was her biggest selling record. I think she sold maybe, 16 million records with Like a Virgin.
I thought Nile Rodgers understood her best, and I thought his production on her second album was the best vision of her at that time.
Madonna's been very astute at finding the right people and then just giving herself over to them, almost like a muse, almost like I'm this blank canvas and now you can create. And in that way she is an excellent actress because she just projects whatever character is created.
The character projected with Like a Virgin was one that Madonna would consistently return to. A hybrid of the sacred and the profane.
There's always been that dichotomy in Madonna's work, that split between sex and spirituality. And what she does and constantly tries to address is a way of fusing the two, of fusing sex and spirituality. There's the good Catholic girl who was told not to have sex before marriage and was brought up in a very strict way. And she's always dealing with that the whole time in her music and her work.
In Madonna's case, it's sort of a happy accident that what she naturally would want to sing about and how she would want to act is something that's going to get a lot of attention. I don't think she's doing it purely, to say, look at me, look at me, look at me. Things that Madonna was using that I think critics were not used to responding to at that time. There's the visual medium and using her sexuality that way, in really a very different way, turned out to be more important and more fascinating to people.
I don't think she would have been able to have played with, her image so easily and with such fluidity without music videos. I mean, when you think about Madonna, her image is defined by kind of a series of music videos, and I think she understood that medium just kind of intuitively.
Having firmly established herself in the public consciousness, both as a singer and performer with Like a Virgin, Madonna decided to boldly step into the world of cinema. Her acting debut in Susan Seidelman's comedy Desperately Seeking Susan was appreciated by both audiences and critics.
When I saw Desperately Seeking Susan, I was one of those people who thought, she's brilliant. And she's the star. She shouldn't have second billing. I mean, because she really was the most live part of the movie.
Nice place you got here, Gary.
How we like it.
Firm.
Yeah. There were birds.
How to be your own best friend. I'm okay, you're okay. Dr. Ruth's Guide to Good Sex. These Roberta's too.
I didn't know she read this stuff.
Gary, between you and me, what do you really know about Roberta? Nice wallpaper.
It also can be said that she was playing, if not her true self, at least a projection of herself. This was the funky, spunky girl who'd come to New York and was making a living and somehow surviving. And it was a perfect fit.
I was talking to the director, Susan Seidelman. She said, well, the thing is, Madonna still had to learn lines. She had to learn where to place her feet, where to place herself in relation to the camera, how to interact with others on screen. That's not just being yourself. So she was projecting a part. I think what worked was that it was a part that was close to her own character, and she was in places that she was familiar with and comfortable with.
It was better than she thought it would be. I'm sure she had no idea it would be that good. And Into the Groove. No one thought that song was going to be as big as it was. In America, they didn't even put it out as a single. They put it out as a B-side of a 12-inch. They put it out as the B-side of Angel, as a 12-inch. The 12-inch winds up selling 1 million because everybody wants Into the Groove. And of course in Britain it's a big number 1.
There's the prevailing view that Madonna is great at marketing herself and that she's not necessarily a great singer or dancer. I mean, having really looked into her life and her work, I dispute that now. I think in the very beginning, in a way, she didn't do herself any favours by upping the ante in terms of the sexual image and really projecting herself very much as a sort of visual star. Because I think people then ignored her musical talent. And actually, talking to people, what strikes me is how much musical talent she does have, and that she's got a real good ear for a song, and she writes a lot of her own songs. And also, she can sing. She has quite a limited range, but what she does with it is very clever and very astute.
Madonna's star continued to rise, and her third album, True Blue, was a massive seller on its release in 1986. The record contained the track Live to Tell, which Madonna had written for the film At Close Range starring Sean Penn. The actor had become Madonna's husband in August 1985, and they went on to star together in Shanghai Surprise, produced by ex-Beatle George Harrison.